Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Monday, August 15th, 2022. Let's start with the Forex calendar review. What is going on Monday morning on Forex market? Some data had been published already. Of course, we got GDP data from Japan for the second quarter, and industrial production data. As you can see, industrial production beats the expectations 9.2% versus minus 7.5%, and better than this number is better than 8.9% last month. However, the GDP is slightly worse than expected, 0.6%, because the actual reading was 0.5% for the second quarter. Nevertheless, it's still better than the last reading for the first quarter of minus 0.1%. The current GDP of Japan is steadily increasing. Business PMI from the New Zealand is worse than expected. Actual reading is 51.2. Previous reading was 54.7. During the London session, there isn't much data scheduled for release. We got already PPI data from the Switzerland, way worse than expected, minus 0.1% versus 0.4 expected, and 0.3 last reading. During the New York session, we have wholesale sales from Canada scheduled for release 2:30. We got New York Empire State Manufacturing Index from the US scheduled for release 2:30, and then manufacturing sales from the Canada scheduled for release 2:30. So those are the most important data that we can, of course, we can refer to today. During the London and the New York session. Let's start with the technical part of our meeting with euro dollar first, and then of course we will take a look at the Japanese yen. For our chart of the euro dollar is showing us that the recent development towards 61% of the retracement of the last wave down had been made. Okay, so this is the wave down that ended with the pin bar, and we got the ABC wave to the upside when the last wave C had been completed with the pin bar. Of course, roughly like 10, not even 10 pips away from the 61% of the Fibonacci retracement. This retracement was at 1.0362. The high was made at 1.0369, so it's only 7 pips. So this is the situation on the euro dollar. We got ABC retracement to the upside, so we have the corrective wave, pin bar here, bounce, another pin bar together with some kind of strange looking bearish engulfing pattern, and this is of course the extension to the downside. As you can see today, we are trading at the lows of the day range of 1.0231 right now. So where's the next level? Where's the next target for the bears? As you can see, we might very soon test this little area here between 1.0204 and 1.0216, and then of course if we break below this slide zone, then the lows of the wave B might be tested. The lows of the wave B are around the level of 1.0120, 23, 24. So this is the next really important technical support for the euro. 1.0122, 1.0099. So this is the low from the 27th of the July 2022. It might be tested as well. If we break below this technical support, then of course chances are very high we will test the lows from the middle of the July 2022 around the level of 0.9955, again below the parity. The overall wave development from the lows below the parity is clearly a corrective. This is not an impulsive pattern to the upside. We retraced on the 61% of the last wave down, so that's a typical retracement, that's a typical corrective cycle. of course, and then we have the first signs of the rejection. On the higher time frames, momentum is still positive. However, on the lower time frames, as you can see, we are definitely into the negative territory, below the level of 50 right now, 42 points only on the RSI. So we should possibly touch this little zone between 1.02 and 1.0216 before any kind of a bounce will happen. So that's the outlook for the euro. Let's take a look at the US dollar to the Japanese yen now. Let's switch to the daily time frame chart. And what do we have here? Well, our ABC pattern was almost confirmed, because what do we see here is, as you can see, the top for the wave B are below the 30-day moving average. So I think we should put the top for the wave C around the level of 135.57. So that's the top for the wave B. We got massive sell-off here on this day, the 10th of the August 2022, and now the market is trying to bounce. However, it didn't it doesn't work that well. Let me just focus on the newest data. Of course, 1.3150, 1.3136 will act now as the technical support, which is why we are bouncing from this level. But the key, of course, is the 130.42, which is the low of the 2nd of the August 2022. If we break below this low, which is again the low of the wave A, we should extend the sell-off towards 126.34. So this is the outlook for the US dollar. The US dollar versus the Japanese yen is correcting this last very strong uptrend. If we make it to the target level projected, of course this is the projected target level, please don't forget about it. Now, let me just find out how many percent it will be. It will be around 10%. This is 9.34, of course, minus 9.34, and this might be the biggest correction on the USD to the Japanese yen in months, and this will be definitely the biggest correction in 2022. This is where the 2022 had started. Okay, so this is all of this smaller correction. The last big one was minus 3.89. And this one already is bigger than minus 3.89. So that might be the beginning of the completely different cycle, not the up cycle. This might be very interesting, very well played correction on the US dollar to Japanese yen. If we are talking about the US dollar to the Japanese yen, let's find out what is going on the US dollar index itself. Well, the US dollar index keeps attacking the very important level 105.02. As you can see, we got the new low around the 104.61, and this low is 104.62. So that's only 1 pip of a difference. However, we have a very deeper retracement. This is minus 4.26, which is bigger. This retracement, this correction is bigger than minus 3.53, which means that's completely different kind of a correction. So this is the correction that might be referred as a completely new cycle. So what do we have here? We definitely trade below the trend line, because if we even put the trend line here to the newest data, we are still below this short-term trend line. However, of course, the bulls are trying to rally again. They broke above the level of 50 on the 4-hour chart on the RSI. However, we might very soon see some kind of a reversal again on the 4-hour chart, because it simply looks way too corrective right now. Only a sustained breakout apparently above the level of, let's say, above 107.30. This level of local technical resistance, or somewhere around 107.26, might open the road towards the higher levels. However, it doesn't actually looks like bulls want to break strongly above the short-term trend line and then continue higher. It most likely looks like another bounce during the correction, and this is please remember again, this is very important decline, minus 4.6%, the biggest decline during the recent very big rally on the US dollar index. As you can see, this rally started a few months ago. This is 2022 alone. This is that zone here that I'm showing you. However, we started to rally from 2021. In the middle of the 2021, this rally started. So of course, we are still in the uptrend. However, it looks like this is a confirmed correction to the downside that had been right now developing on the daily time frame chart. Last but not least, let's take a look, of course, at some Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? What is our friend Bitcoin, the king of the cryptocurrencies, doing? As you can see, the first thing you can see straight on, despite the fact that we got these measurements on the ABC here, this is on the lower time frames, we don't need that anymore. So let's go to the 4 hour, because there are all of these candlesticks formations here. We are trading below the key level of 25,367. This is the key technical resistance. I've been showing you that many weeks ago. So we are still trending below this level, and as you can see, we got bearish engulfing just below the 25,000, pin bar above the 25,000, and big bearish engulfing on the 4 hour chart when we hit the local high at 25,200, and straight on this level was sold. It was sold very strongly. So right now, every attempt of a bulls to break above the key technical resistance 25,357 is being faded by the bears, and they want this market to go lower. They don't want to see any breakout above the blue level. So please keep an eye on this level, and we will see how this market will resolve this situation. Strong technical resistance, strong bearish activity inside of this area. If 23,596, 23,513 is violated, then of course we can see another test of the Fibonacci retracement. Here, however, those retracements are no longer valid. We need to extend them towards here, and now everything is clear. 61% is almost in the line of this very important technical support around 22,420. So please keep an eye on the price action of the Bitcoin. The bears are still in charge of this market. We are still inside of the corrective channel. Even this can be seen on the 4 hour chart. It can be seen on the daily chart. Everything here is corrective in nature, and sooner or later, if we break below the market, the lower trend line here, the lower channel line here, then of course we can see a stronger sell-off. Only a breakout above the blue line will give us extended rally even towards 30,000. However, it's being well guarded by the bears. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.